I could have some hope that something is shifting because I'll tell you what gives me hope is that some of the strongest voices to stop doing what we're doing to Palestinians in Gaza are coming from hostage families. We saw this at the Democratic National Convention last year when John Holland Goldberg stood up there in front of all the Democratic Party that refused to allow Palestinians to speak at the convention. He was there with his wife, Rachel, of course. They both spoke. When he spoke, presumably to talk about hostages and to give an Israeli perspective, he also said, and we need to stop killing innocent Gazans, innocent Palestinians. So he said that. And that was really interesting to me. And I've since heard that. I've heard even formerly right wing members of the Hostage Family Forum talk about this, say, do not kill innocent Gazans in order to save my son. Because that, first of all, that doesn't work, and I don't want that on me. Them saying they don't want that. They don't want to be killing babies, especially when the families aren't even, their family members or husbands aren't even back as a result of that. So that tells me that just as violence feeds into violence, I say this all the time, violence is the answer, violence just brings more violence. At the same time, empathy breeds empathy. Empathy cultivates empathy. And that when the hostage families are saying to the world, please have empathy for my child, for my family member, for my husband, please, we're begging for empathy and compassion. What happens is then that empathy spreads to other things. So, hostage families can be forgiven if all they can talk about is their hostage family member. If Einat Zangalker would be forgiven if all she ever talked about was Matan, but it's not. She also talked about the people of Gaza, which is absolutely fascinating, which tells you how empathy spreads. Empathy spreads. Once you're in the place of empathy and compassion, the world starts looking different. So that's a little bit of a hopeful thing for me